Good morning. We welcome you to St. Andrew's Presbyterian Church, where God's people have gathered to worship Him again on this, the Lord's Day. So welcome. If you're visiting with us, we extend a special welcome to you. We're glad you're here, and we hope that you'll find this a friendly group of folks and that you'll feel a warm welcome in the embrace of Christ as we gather in His name, and that you'll feel even a part of this family of faith, if it's just for today, if you're passing through. Of course, we'd love to have you back in future weeks as well. If you haven't already, and if you're willing, whether you're a visitor or a member, please take a moment to fill out the tear-off, which is on the back page of the worship guide. It's perforated, so you can fold that, tear it off, and put it in the offering baskets later in the service. We'd like to remind you, not only is that an opportunity for you to let us know you're here in terms of our keeping attendance, but it's also a tangible way, especially in a day and age where a lot of giving of offerings is done digitally, that it's a tangible way for you to place something in the offering baskets as a reminder that you're rededicating your life, recommitting your life to the Lord every week, even as you place this with your name on it in those offering baskets. So use that as a prayerful opportunity to offer your life as a living sacrifice, even as the Apostle Paul tells us in Romans chapter 12. As we join together in worship today, we're celebrating also a new birth in our covenant community. And so we congratulate the Threadgill family on the birth of Ruby Sue Collins Threadgill, born on August the 11th. So be sure to let Daniel and Alicia, Ron, and the rest of the family know of your joy for them and even for us as we welcome this little one into our midst. The candle, of course, represents that new life as it's on the organ there, and a daughter born to this family. So we rejoice with them and give thanks for that. And that also, as I mentioned last week, our member Melba Blevins is with the Lord, so please continue to extend your sympathies to her family and be praying for them as they mourn the loss of Melba. Today our focus continues to be, actually this is the last sermon in a mini-series on the last days according to Jesus. Jesus is teaching his disciples about his second coming, and we finish that up today at the end of chapter 25 with a lesson, or what's often called a parable, of the sheep and the goats. Following this final teaching, this final body of teaching that we find in Matthew's gospel, you'll remember that the gospel is anchored with these 5 bodies or groupings of Jesus' teaching. This is the last of those. And so next Sunday, we begin a journey towards the cross. We have an opportunity to pause and meditate in that part of Jesus' life over the next several months. And so as we unpack each of those episodes on his journey and his trials and his betrayals and his anguish in the garden, ultimately his suffering at the hands of the Romans and of the Jewish leadership, and then finally his coming to the cross, but ultimately his resurrection and his ascension as well. So it'll be a great time together as we explore that over the coming weeks, and as we walk down that journey. I pray that the Lord will use that to remind us of what the Lord has done for us, even as we come to the table today and reflect upon that as well. But today we'll be focusing on this parable that again separates those into those who belong to Jesus and those who don't.